So considering your extensive experience in leading tech companies before Jasper, how has your perspective on the AI human relationship evolved? So what do you believe is the ultimate potential of that collaboration? Is it a replacement? Is it a sort of synergy of working together? What does it look like long term?
I mean, for me, AI is more of just a productivity tool. It's just a piece of technology, a really good one, a really powerful one. But and we're in this sort of creativity phase of AI, and we'll move into a legislation and or the security piece of it, and that'll quickly follow. And I think that'll take care of itself on the really scary side. I think on the evolution of AI in my world, it's gone from just like a toy, a parlor trick. Hey, watch, I'm going to write a blog. Tell me anything you want, and like we're going to create a paragraph about that topic, and it's going to sound real. It might not be, right? There may be hallucinations, but it's going to sound really convincing. That was kind of the first act. That was a couple. Actually, the first act is that it didn't work. Like the first act, like for a long time, is that it's a really cool idea.
I agree.
And then, like, because it didn't work, you called it ML instead of AI, and you called it all these other things.
As someone who built these systems, I can tell you it did not work. Yeah.
Like it didn't work. Like I remember, I'm still an advisor to a company called Digital Genius, and this is like 5-6 years ago probably. And it was genius, like it really was. It's AI in the contact center, and it was going to help with agents, and it was going to do all this amazing stuff. But it was just really hard. Like we didn't have the infrastructure and the technology to make it work. We had really smart people working on those problems, and we would get some of the answers right. And we did add value to our customers, but yet it wasn't perfect. It's a lot better now, right? But you can imagine what a contact center AI tool looked like 5 or 6 years ago. It was hard to do. So I think that's the first sort of version. I think once ChatGPT came out, or not ChatGPT, but GPT-3 came out, 3.5 came out, then all of a sudden we actually had a model that worked, and you could ask it a question and you could get outputs. But that was that second phase, is like outputs. But then I think it quickly became about personalized outputs, right? We talked about this before. It's not enough to just have a paragraph that sounds okay. It's got to be real, without hallucinations. It needs to look like you. It needs to sound like you. It needs to be something that is going to make your life better, not something that you're just going to have to rewrite 80% of, which at that point you might as well just write it yourself, like once that novelty's worn off. And I think we got there. I think this next evolution of AI is really around agents that'll do stuff for you, do tasks for you. Pretty excited about this, actually. And so I think we're in that phase now, and that's that kind of human AI relationship where it'll just become a really effective productivity tool that's going to help give you a digital assistant or give you some support there. This is in the personal sort of life. And then I think the next version of that will be automating tasks and just basically doing things that you don't want to do that'll make your life easier behind the scenes. That's probably the majority of what AI is going to do. I also think on the healthcare side, it's incredible. The progress we're going to make there, the knowledge, the individual, like the personalized sort of knowledge it's going to give us even about our own, biology and our own healthcare. And I think that'll be, I think that's going to be amazing. Those are probably the biggest areas that I see sort of AI in the kind of human world coming together. But yeah, I think that's kind of how AI, it's just going to become part of our life. It's just going to become ubiquitous with technology.